now listening to a Thinking Boy podcast.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of a Thinking Boy podcast. I'm your host, Cesar Perez, with
Bradley.
Been a while, bro.
Yeah, man. Good to see you again.
Been over a year.
It's crazy.
Or just aging.
I know. Don't talk about it.
I can't remember if I'm older or younger than you.
Oh, you're younger than me. Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I'm 28.
I'm 35 now, dude.
Yeah. Shit.
I know.
Just catching up to you, though.
I don't think that's how that works.
I always give my brother gives me shit because he's 20. He's like, how old is he now? He's turning 22 this year.
Oh, shit.
And he's always like, Unc. He's just calling me like shit, like you old man. I'm like,
Yeah, my girlfriend likes to do that to me, too.
Yeah, he always giving me shit, but I'm just like, you'll see.
That's right.
And they'll just fly by.
Boy, I tell you what.
Dude, I feel like we low-key got it cheated because, like, after post-COVID, it's just everything's going so fast.
Yeah, you think it's that?
Yeah, man. I feel like at least, like, 2020 and 2021 were, like, almost blended together in, like, one, like,
That's fucking
stitched
true.
year.
Yeah. Maybe you're right. I don't know. I want to apologize.
Oh, what happened, man?
Well, I bailed on you last week.
Oh, no, it's all good.
And I almost bailed today.
Did you?
Yeah. I think I just feel like uninteresting and a piece of shit, and I don't want you know what I'm saying?
Self-esteem was a little low.
Yeah, it's
I feel you,
a
man.
big theme for me.
What's been keeping you down, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know, dude. I think I've just always been like that.
Yeah?
I think I was in this band Zero Detail, and I remember we played at No Label, which is like it's a brewery in town. And it was a really good show, but I remember being up there and I just like, you know, we're in front of this huge crowd and it's like this amazing moment, and I'm like just feeling like I don't belong.
You think it's like some imposter syndrome kind of thing?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And just shortly after that, I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah. This is rough.
No, it's just a constant, like a fight.
It is. It's very constant. I feel that way about like I have like body dysmorphia, kind of.
Yeah.
Not super extreme as like it used to be when I was in like high school and shit, but like every once in a while I'll just pass by like a mirror, like not like.
I feel that.
And like there's times where I'm just like, let me just avoid this. Where I'm getting ready for work and I'm just like, I'm not even looking in the mirror. I'm just.
I do the same shit. Yeah. Like literally, most mornings I don't look in the mirror.
It's tough, man. Especially like editing this shit kind of stuff because like my face is on camera. If I'm doing like a solo review of like a movie and shit,
yeah,
it's very difficult. I minimize the fuck out the screen. I'll be honest with you. It's
you
tiny.
like to be behind the camera, not in front.
Yeah. But like, I feel like I'm decent in front of the camera. It's just more of like you said, like self-consciousness. I'm just kind of like, what the fuck is like?
Yeah.
Like, is this a funny joke? You know what I'm saying? Should I even include that? Like,
dude.
Got me second guessing myself.
Dude, I totally understand. I actually, do you have like, I mean, everyone has regrets, obviously, but do you have like flashes of like conversations you've had in the past where you feel like an idiot and then you just.
I wouldn't say like feel like an idiot, but I do like look back at conversations and kind of like do them again.
Yeah.
In my head. And
then do you feel bad about it or do you like just redo it in your head?
It depends on who I'm having it with, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But for example, like with my ex, there are like plenty of times like
right.
I'd even say like up until like I think we broke up in 2019, and then I'd even say like up until like 2022, early 2023, where I'd just be at work and like going through shit. And we're still cool, like we're still pretty cool like with each other. We're still pretty good friends, but it's just like just going through that shit.
Yeah. And
kind of like reworking how I would have worded something else or like express myself differently.
Totally.
Rather than be like, I think at the time I was probably like emotionally immature.
Yep.
And I was just kind of bugging out on shit.
Yep.
Or looking back, it's like, damn, if you low-key just like would have been chill about it, things might have like turned out differently.
Totally have that too, for sure.
Yeah.
For me, I was going to say like, I get these just moments where just some memory comes up. And I'm just like transported to like that moment, and I just feel like disgusted, with myself. And then I'll be like, I used to do this thing where I'd make like a sexual noise to just snap myself out of it, like out loud.
Uh-huh.
And specifically sexual because it's so ridiculous and
It'll just throw you off.
yeah, and then just to kind of like snap out of that moment. And then I'm like uncomfortable with the noise I made instead of like the memory I'm having.
Mm-hmm.
And then so now it's not sexual noises because like you can't fucking do that in public.
Yeah,
right?
you might.
It's just weird. But I'll still do that. Like I fucking did it earlier. I was in the bathroom and my girlfriend's like working on her laptop right outside the door. And it's closed door, by the way. But I like started. I think I sing now. I sing something stupid like "fuck you," Something.
Okay, like a melody.
Yeah, and God, I just hate those moments, and I wish I could figure out how to like not have them.
I was gonna ask you, is there like a time limit, or not time limit, but is there like a time frame?
No, shit goes back to fucking middle school,
Really?
high school, last week. Yeah, man.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's like
Yeah, mine's are pretty like, for the most part, they're pretty much like adult,
Yeah.
Like 20. I'd say 20 to like now.
Yeah.
Like the past 8 years. That's interesting. They're like they go that far back with you though.
just stay with me, dude.
This is random, but like, do you know about the show called The Rehearsal?
Yeah, Nathan.
Nathan
What's
Fielder.
his name? Yeah.
Have you watched any of it?
I've watched his old stuff and I've watched The Rehearsal before. I have seen recently that there's like a new season out or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. There's a new
I
season.
haven't watched the new season.
I think it'd be like you should
But-
binge it. Honestly, I think it's gonna be over in like 3 weeks.
He's a fucking genius. Yeah.
He's hilarious. Bro.
Yeah. He reminds me of Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yes.
I don't remember his last name, whatever, but the Borat guy.
Yeah. Borat,
Like the same
dictator
style
kind
of
stuff.
humor, basically. It's like an
He just
extended
doesn't
prank.
break character, bro.
Yeah, it's an extended character prank, and it's fucking.
Yeah, the shit
Diabolical.
he's doing now is like pretty interesting because he's like focused on like, it sounds random as hell, but he's focused on like aviation, like flying and shit like that, and how like a bunch of these like flights or a bunch of these like plane crashes. This is before like this whole year where like a bunch of planes were like crashing and shit.
Right.
He made this like last year, but like a bunch of the plane crashes, there's always like they take the black box and they're recording like what happened, like what was the dialogue like between the pilot and the co-pilot before like shit like went sour. And every time, bro, there's always like the co-pilot being like, yo, you should probably like move left or like, pull up. And the captain like ignores him
Damn.
and is super just kind of like my flight, my plane or some shit like that. And like really into like I'm in
Like an
charge.
ego thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's doing like a deep dive with this shit, dude, where like he met a pilot that like flies out of Houston and he recreated the terminal for George Bush Intercontinental Airport like to a T. It's insane. And him doing that, and he's like recording Homeboy, and Homeboy sitting down, and he's like with the co-pilot or with the pilot that's gonna be with him. And there's like a good like 45 to like an hour before the flight where they're just not like interacting at all. No interaction, no dialogue, no anything. And Nathan's just like, "What's going on?" Like, you didn't even say hello to him. It's like, "Yeah, no, we say hello like once we're in the cockpit." And he's like, "Why?" He's like, "Well, why wouldn't y'all like talk at all?" He's like, "I don't know. It's just always been that way."
It's just the way it is.
And it is, bro. Like a lot of the history of the shit is just like them never interacting before, and then like he makes it entertaining. He throws in memes and shit like that. But like for the most part, it's very interesting. Where I'm like, damn, he might like be onto something here.
Yeah. Sounds like it. No, it's on my list of things to watch for sure. I'm very excited about Tires next week. Have you heard of
Tires.
that?
Oh, is that with Shane Gillis?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen
okay.
the first season?
I didn't even know there was a season 2. I thought it was still on season 1.
Yeah. So season 1 came out. Season 2 is coming out like June 4th, I think.
Okay.
So my girlfriend and I are very excited about that. I've been pretty into like watching comedy lately,
Mhm.
and I found Tires, and then she fucking loved it, which I didn't really expect. But we've watched it like 3 times now.
He's a
maybe
funny
4.
guy, bro.
Yeah,
I like
sure.
him and his. I forgot his friend Matt. I think like the podcast that him and his friend do.
Oh yeah,
Shane
Matt,
Gillis.
yeah, Shane and Matt's Secrets.
Yeah, some shit like that. It's pretty funny, bro. I like it when his friend just trolls him, where he'll bring in shit and just like, man, I'm really into this now, and like just fuck with him for like 30 minutes. Yeah, no,
Yeah, like that fucking flute.
the
thing, yeah.
flute, bro.
Funny.
Where he just like lists off all these facts about the flute, and Shane is just like, I don't like this. What are you doing here, bro? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. People
I
give
know
Shane
you're
Gillis
doing
shit,
this.
but man, he's pretty hilarious.
He
And like you
is.
said, genuine. Like,
Yeah.
he seems like very genuine. I wouldn't see like he's like putting on an act or anything
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I think it's hilarious.
Could you ever see yourself doing comedy, bro?
I like to think I'm funny. but my girlfriend tells me I'm not.
Damn.
I'm kidding. She said that one time, and I just give her shit for it all the
I
time.
feel you. That's a low blow, honestly, dude.
Nah. She laughs at my fucking jokes. It's fine.
That's tough, man. I remember one time I was with this chick and we were like clowning on something, and I guess like I drug it out a little too long, and they just kind of quickly were just kind of like, nah, like just like very dismissive, and I was like, oh.
Oof, yeah.
I was like,
See, that's the type
"No."
of shit that I'll replay in my head.
Okay.
And then I'll feel bad about it later. Like straight up, exactly that kind of thing.
That's interesting though. I was always curious if other people do that, where they'll kind of have these dialogues
Yeah,
like
I
over
think
and over
people,
again.
like shower conversations and
Mhm.
shit.
I
But
talk to
think-
myself a lot, man. Like
is it
quite a
always
bit.
like talking to yourself, or is it you're anticipating a made up conversation? Because I've heard that one a lot.
I do that sometimes.
Yeah. Or is it replaying bad shit? And you said you do it a different way when you replay it, right?
Yeah. So for example, it'd be like me hearing what the person said and replaying what I said the first time. Then after that, kind of like rewording what I was trying to get across.
Well, this is what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On
yeah.
some like third person shit where it's like
Yeah.
I could like kind of see it in my head a little bit.
Yeah, man. Shit's poison.
It is, man. It is. Although I think like it's helped me like better express myself. Like now, like going forward, I feel like I could like I'm like emotionally mature now where I could kind of like not freak out on some shit.
So you think that's like part of learning? the
Yeah,
the
for
replay?
sure. It's unfortunate because you look back and you're kind of like, man, things could have been like a little different back then.
I do feel like I'm a better human today than I was every day before today.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's a good poison.
Mm-hmm.
Like this
Like,
one.
yeah.
No. We're
Armadillo.
sponsored by Carbach today.
Oh yeah. Do you like what the fuck is the other one, bro? Love Street.
No, I don't really like Carbach's. But let me just say, we live right by Carbach.
Okay.
So we love to go to Carbach, but I'm not a huge fan of most of their beers.
Okay.
I used to like Love Street, and there was a Bach that they had. I forget.
Yeah,
what,
yeah,
Crawford
yeah.
Bach maybe.
Is that the one that has the Astro shit on
Yeah,
it?
Crawford Bach.
Okay.
And but yeah, I don't really like their beer too much these days. But that doesn't mean that I don't like going. They have really cool markets.
Mm-hmm.
We did a Dia de los Muertos market.
Oh shit.
We
Okay.
went to that one. My girlfriend's Hispanic, so that was really fun.
I think they gave out free shit, man. I can't remember when, but they were giving out like free Astros jerseys. I'm pretty sure I have a jersey like from them
We went to.
during one of the games.
That's fucking awesome, dude. That's awesome. We the last one we went to was May the 4th be with you, and they were
The Star Wars shit.
the reason I was bringing it up because they were giving out free shit there too.
Ah.
She wanted a lightsaber, and we went to the booth. We finally found. We saw everyone with these cool lightsabers. I think they were like inflatable.
Oh shit. Okay. Like the ones you get like the circus or some shit.
Yeah, and I don't remember honestly, so it might not be that. But we found the booth finally, and they were out of tickets or whatever the fuck you used to get them. So she was disappointed. And then we found this episode 1 shirt, and it was like tie dye, and it looked amazing. And we looked at the price tag, and it was like $250, $350, something like
Damn,
that.
for real? Holy fuck.
She really wanted to buy it, and I was like, please,
Those
please.
those vintage shirts, bro. I have a boy. I have
Yeah.
shout out to Robert. He owns a vintage Creep World, and he's into like vintage gear and shit like that.
Sick.
And he's always like, "Yo, come through." And I'm like, "I'll come through." And then I look, and I'm just like, "Fuck, bro. Some of this shit's like really pricey." Because he has a lot of like wrestling shit. I'm super into
Oh,
wrestling.
right, yeah.
And those look sick. So some of the old ones look really good.
Have you met Mark from Rogues?
I
Rogues
think
Among
so.
Us?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. See, he took me to a wrestling match one time. I think we probably talked about it on the last pod.
We might have, yeah.
My bad. But yeah, I never was into wrestling as a kid. I remember people doing the
Suck it. Yeah.
which is fucking funny. But I never watched it.
It's pretty ridiculous. I love it, but it's like
But I went to it. I always made fun of him for it. And I went to a show, and I was like, okay, this is fun.
Mhm.
Like, I get it. It's cool.
yeah. I think you know who Danny is, no? Danny
Yeah,
Tabs.
yeah.
I took Danny. Shout out to Julian and Matt from Midnight Spies, and who else? My friend Ulysses
Yeah. I
from
know.
Inside the North Side. Yeah, and we went to this like it was for my birthday. We went to like this hardcore show, but like hardcore wrestling, wild.
Awesome.
Wow, just light tubes getting busted and like it's fucking nuts, bro.
Just ambulance not waiting outside.
Not at all,
But should
bro.
be.
There was this one dude, this big motherfucker, and he like wrestled first, and we kind of came in on his match, and then I was like, God damn, what the hell happened? Like shit everywhere. And then like 2 matches later, he's sitting like close to us as hell. He's still bleeding, bro.
Yeah, man.
He just has a hoodie on, and I could just see like the shit like pouring down. I'm like, you should probably get some like medical help for sure.
Talk about love of the game, dude. Like,
Yeah,
you gotta really,
Offer a hot dog and a handshake.
yeah, fuck,
It's just rough.
on some musician shit, dude.
But that's the passion, huh? That's where you kind of bring in the like passion for your craft and shit like that.
Yeah, and I think it makes it better, you know?
I like it, man. Fucking 2025, you know what I'm realizing? I like people that are genuine. I like people who like stand on their shit, bro.
That was so deep. You finally figured out at what, 28?
Yeah,
you
28.
Like people who
yeah.
are genuine.
Yeah, man. Cause I mean, especially like taking photos. There's always times where it's just like, oh man, I'll hit you up, yeah, and it's kind of like nothing ever like comes to nothing
I
comes
totally
from
understand. Like, if you say it, be it, and I suck at that, so I totally get it.
it. Mm-hmm.
I'm with you. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's like this is random as hell, but we were in like I'm in this group chat. We used to have a book club, but like the book club like totally fell apart. And like now it's just like a bunch of like dudes just hanging out. I would just send memes and shit like that. And we were talking about like P. Diddy and like the shit that he got going on, that he's in jail and stuff.
Yeah.
And we have a friend who's like such a troll. And he was just trolling like the whole time, like, oh man, free Diddy. Like free this man. And I was just like, there's no way you actually believe that. Please don't tell me you actually believe that. And then like oh, he's just messing with you. And then he kind of like made a point to bring up shit. I'm just kind of like, what are you these points are horrible. Like, what's going on here? And then I countered the point, and he's just like, dude, I don't really want that guy free. What are you talking about? And I was just like, why the fuck did we just waste like 30 minutes? Like, as I get older, I'm just like going more tired this year. I'm like, come on,
Some
bro.
little brother shit, dude.
It is, but he's like way older than me. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, but it's funny. Like afterward, I'm like, God, what the fuck? But in my head, I'm just like, I don't know. I like people that are just like, if that's what you believe in, at least tell me what you believe in.
Yep.
Whether we agree or disagree, I like would want to at least hear like where you're coming from.
Yeah, I feel like yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I like I'm really working on being like honest all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Cuz you know, there's different ways you lie. And
Right,
you don't
yeah.
you don't really realize that you're lying, but you're, you know, kind of twisting something or like just not saying it
The
outright.
voice goes up a little bit. Oh no, you know.
I just mean like you know you kind of like say something you don't fully mean, or you pretend to agree, or you like leave something out to make yourself like feel better, and you know most of the time you're lying, you don't really realize you're lying, or you kind of like excuse it, basically justify it, rationalize it, but and punctuality, you know. Trying to be really good about that. There's definitely been some times where I'm like not at all good about that, but lately I feel like I've been, you know, I was late today, so that's an exception.
Yeah, today. I mean, honestly, I'm not. I was just chilling, bro.
But
And I honestly don't mind if my guests are late. If we're recording this early,
yeah, I kind of figured, and then I also had to take a shit, like I said. So
that's very important.
I just thought I felt stupid because you know, I told you 1, and then I was like, oh no, I can make 12:30, and then I ended up
You drop it a dude.
yeah. So
Hey, it's very important, bro. Like I said, nature calls. You gotta handle your
yeah,
business,
dude.
man.
Hell yeah.
And I'm not a big public shitter.
No.
I hate it.
Yeah, I never do it.
It's like my home, my
Yeah.
mom's place,
That's right.
and like maybe like a relative. If I'm
Almost
cool
where
with
the
them.
shard is, yeah.
Yeah. Nah, for real. Because there's dudes at my job. They're just like, oh man, I'm just like, damn. I couldn't imagine just dropping a deuce right here, bro.
No, fuck that. I hate it. I hate it. Unless I have like a real stomach problem.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pinch it until it.
There was times
So
where
it
I've had
has to
like,
burst, you know?
well, like especially like if I'm sick, and I'm
Mhm.
like, all right, I don't know if I have to go to the restroom, but I just need to go like just
Yeah.
in case.
Yeah.
And then I always wonder if people like listen to this like while they're eating or some shit like that. I made it a point to like wherever my brother's eating in front of me, like while we're doing, it's not intentional, but like I always throw some shit on, and there'll always be like a gross thing that comes up, and he's like, "Fucking goddamn it!" It's like every time, and I'm like, "You just got bad luck, man."
Maybe it's not luck. Maybe it's the shit you be watching.
It could be, yeah, because it could be like on some shit where like someone just randomly throws up in like a show, or someone like gets shot or something like that. He's like, "God damn!" He's like, "What the fuck's going on?" And I'm just like, Ugh. You know what I did realize though, And I've been watching. Well, it's done now, but I was watching Severance. I don't know if you know about Severance at all. Oh, it's a really good show. I'll tell you about it. But yeah, we're watching Severance, and I realize that I don't really like eating while I'm watching new shit or shit that I'm really interested in,
Yeah.
like at all.
Yeah.
Like I never realized that before because they always like I like have a podcast going on or some shit.
Yeah.
But I was really invested in the show. I mean, while I'm trying to fucking fiddle around with like Wingstop and I'm looking up like, fuck, did I miss something? What they say? I hated it, dude.
Dude, I actually really identify with that. When I'm eating maybe not specifically, but like when I'm eating, I have to turn off like the podcast I'm listening to or whatever it is. I don't know why.
That's interesting.
I feel like it's a weird thing, but I just don't like to. I'll watch a show and eat, but like I don't know if I'm listening to something, I just want it. Like I think specifically at work in my car when I'm on lunch, I can't do both things for some reason.
That's interesting.
I don't know. It's like turning off the music when it's raining, you know?
Okay.
When you're driving.
I got you.
I don't know.
See, I put this shit on though. Like if it's
really?
raining, I put like a certain album on.
That's crazy.
And I was like, it's aesthetically like this is nice.
I get that. I just feel like I gotta focus here.
Well, I will give you this. Like, if it's severe like weather, then yeah, I'll probably turn it off because my car's low as fuck. So I'm like, dude, on the off chance I get like, I just drown, like I would not want that to happen. So if I have to like lock in, for sure. Or if I feel like people do that whenever they're parking, turn the music down, and like park.
Yeah. Huh.
That's one thing that I've been like noticing that like if I have to like fucking maneuver some way or like reverse park or some shit, I'm lowering it down. Even if it's to a place I know, like here or like at my mom's place, like I'll just lock in real quick, lower it down. It's weird, huh?
It is weird. Maybe it's a focus thing.
Could be like some subconsciously.
Yeah.
Fucking random Q-tip, my bad, bro.
Hey, at least it's not dirty.
Exactly, man. I think I was using it to clean my my bong. My bong got a little dirty.
That's good to clean bongs.
For sure. I never understood like on shows and stuff where like we get
dirty
a bad rap,
water.
bro. Yeah, these stoner fucking we get a bad rap, man.
Fucking grandma's boy, yeah.
It's just like, dude, how the fuck do you even like? Especially when I get older, you just put like 99% alcohol in there, shake it around a little bit, rinse it out a couple times. Like it takes like not even 2 minutes.
Yeah, man. I've been using vinegar a lot to clean shit.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why I'm fucking talking about that. Very interesting. This is why I canceled last time.
Vinegar, dude. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, as I get older, man, I'm trying to learn these tricks. But going back to Severance, though, I feel like you'd be into it. It's pretty much about this show where like a guy, he works for this company named Lumen, and Lumen's like a big, like almost like an Amazon or like a huge, like a Google, Tesla kind of thing, like a huge company.
Corporation, yeah.
And they have this program called the Severance program, where it pretty much means that you get this operation done, or like they put a chip in your head, bro.
Fuck. This is too real.
Dude, and they kind of show it in the beginning. It's fucking rough. But like, yeah, pretty much he has a chip in his head, and whenever he works on the Severance floor, the chip activates and he becomes a whole different person. And like he doesn't remember anything from work, so he'll go to work fucking 9 to 5, do all his shit, enter his data or whatever the fuck, and then he'll go home and he won't remember a single thing that happened at work at all.
It's like Click mixed with Neuralink.
Yeah, it's insane. Because like at first it's like, oh, this is a easy as fuck like job. I literally don't work. I just go in, come back, and it's all good. And slowly throughout the show, they're kind of starting to wonder, like, because they call them innies and outies. Outies are like the actual people who got the procedure done. The innies are people who work on the floor. And everyone who's on the floor is severed, meaning that like whenever they go, they're the whole different like person.
Right.
But as like episodes go on, they're all kind of wondering like, well, what the fuck, like, what are they kind of keeping from us? You know what I mean? Like, what is like, why can't we remember anything? You know?
Yeah.
And through that, like, shit gets interesting because you just kind of like peel back the layers of like what they have going on at the company. And even then, bro, I finished season 2, and I don't know when the fuck season 3 is coming out, and I still have questions where I'm like, I don't even know what they got going on.
Have you watched one of those people break it down on YouTube?
Kinda. More of like, I need to though, honestly, because I'm missing the show a lot, man. It just wrapped like last month or 2 months ago, and it's so fucking good. Ben Stiller's behind it. Shout out to Ben Stiller. I had no idea. He totally created it and shit. I was like, damn.
Very cool.
Would not expect that.
Yeah. Have you been doing? I think last time we hung out, you were doing like a movie review or flirting with the idea of doing like movie reviews. Have you been keeping up with it?
Yeah, so like last week, I ain't gonna lie, last week I put in some work, bro.
Good.
I had never seen any of the Final Destination movies.
Uh-oh.
So I marathoned all of them.
Oh, fuck.
And then I watched like the new one on like that Saturday because it had just came out. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Pretty like I get it now. There's certain movies where I'm like, I don't know what the fuck, like why is it so popular? With that one, I'm kind of like, all right, I kind of understand now, like the hype. And plus, it made like a shitload of money on like a $30 million budget. I was so surprised.
Man, my girlfriend is super into horror. Probably talked about this last time too, but there's a bunch of horror stuff coming out this year.
Yeah.
She made me watch a bunch of them, and most of them I really don't like. I liked the Scream movies. I think they were really self-aware, and I liked that. They kind of like made fun of themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like meta, no? It's like some meta humor kind of thing.
That was fun, you know? And then the one that really got me was Talk to Me.
Oh, I seen that
was,
one,
like,
bro.
Recent, and that was like just a good movie.
Uh-huh.
And even though it was scary, I didn't hate it. I just really liked it.
It was a good movie, yeah.
Because I think that's the thing. There's a lot of bad horror movies, and
For sure.
when they're just a good movie, I'm like, okay, I like this. You know,
Where it kind of transcends like a genre. It's just like
Right,
this is
and-
actually a good movie.
I thought I hated horror movies all these years, but really, I just don't like fucking bad movies. You know?
Yeah, most of them are shitty. Like in the
Yeah.
Final Destination, there's like two that I'm just like, this is like,
Yeah. So
why would anyone watch this?
I think she's probably made me watch one, but I don't remember it, so I don't think I was into it. But
Yeah, no. Also, I'll give them this. They're short as fuck. They're only like an hour and 20. So like I was able to like do it. I was able to watch it, then the next day record a review and then edit everything like and kind of keep them to like 11 minutes. There's not really much to like dive into.
right. Yeah.
Talk to me though.
I know she's gonna make me watch the new Bloodlines or whatever.
Yes,
The
yes,
new-
yes, yes.
I already lost the name of the fucking franchise.
Final Destination?
Yeah. But the guys who made Talk to Me are coming out with Bring Her Back. So we're definitely gonna watch that one.
Do you know like the history of those guys at all?
I heard them do an interview, so I heard them talk a lot, and they seemed like they were on cocaine.
Yeah, they're from Australia. I think they're from Australia.
Yeah, they are, and they're very energetic.
They're funny as fuck,
definitely
bro.
interesting.
They have been around forever on YouTube, just
Really?
like making like videos. I don't know if you ever seen like Ronald McDonald, like those Ronald McDonald videos where like he'd like, it's like a horror Ronald McDonald or like he'd like wrestle even like.
Fuck. I know they were into like wrestling shit.
Mhm. So like that guy, they'd be like Ronald McDonald freaks out, and it'd be like him like at Burger King like beating the fuck out of a kid, but it's all directed like a movie kind of thing. And then through that, they had like a wrestling promotion where one of them would dress like Ronald McDonald and like just do these fucking crazy ass shit, like crazy moves and stuff like that. But through that, they had like a good amount of subscribers on YouTube, and then they got the deal with Talk to Me, and now they're like totally like full on like just directing shit.
Yeah, they were talking about Talk to Me and how like every single thing that happened had a backstory, and I've just been excited for maybe a sequel. You know?
Yeah,
But
no, for
this,
sure.
You know, even if this one isn't related, it looks fucking terrifying and fresh.
I haven't even seen the trailer, bro. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking it to the theater for that one. I don't like going to the theater.
I was just about to ask, are you a big like theater?
Fucking hate it. I always bring my earplugs because I'm a musician, right? And I got to protect the hearing. And I know that sounds pretentious to a lot of people, but fuck you.
Yeah, no, I've
Like-
seen, bro. I saw Sound of Metal. You lose that fucking hearing,
Yeah.
you're fucked, bro.
Yeah.
It's just rough.
Fuck that. I already have like tinnitus where you hear,
Really, I
High-pitched
feel like I
frequencies
have
all
it
the
just from
time.
going to shows and shit, bro.
hate that. So I got these nice earplugs that they taper all the, like there's different frequency bands, right? Like you have the low frequencies and the high frequencies. The highs are like tss, and the lows are like bass, you know, and it cuts it evenly across the board. So I can still hear everything really well. It's just like lower volume.
Mm-hmm.
So I use those. But I also fucking hate food noises. It like really irritates
okay.
me. And so when I'm trying to watch a movie and you know,
You got me next to you, fucking fiddling around with
popcorn
like.
with the wrappers, and I'm just like, I would rather wait 2 years for this to come to my screen at home and just watch it without you.
So
fucking-
see, you would have been pro like at home like same day release,
Yeah,
or like you know how HBO
Yeah.
would do like it's in the theaters, but you could also just watch it at like
Yeah.
your place.
for sure. I'll
I
pay
feel
you.
like that's the future, though, huh?
I'll pay you $15 so I don't have to go to the fucking movies. Yeah.
Also, a lot of that shit's overpriced. I like the movies, but it's like,
Yeah.
fuck, bro. You waste like
Yeah.
$40 easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Absolutely. But Diana loves it, so I'll take her. I try not to take her all the time, but when it's like a movie she's really excited about, like I want to take her.
You know what I didn't realize? Because I have a friend who's like, he's also into movies, but he's more into like the blockbusters, like
Mhm.
Marvel shit or like Jurassic Park. But he has a pass, so anytime he's like has a movie coming out, he's like, "Oh, you trying to go? I got your ticket." And they're like, sometimes I don't even pay. Like, it's just free. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. One time we were going and we were waiting, or I think the movie had just ended, and there was like a screen, like a tablet. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I looked, and he's like, oh yeah. He's like, that's gonna tell you like what time the movie's gonna end, like exactly. I'm like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. Bro, tell me why I looked at the capacity to some of these theaters. I'm fucking insane. They're like 400 people it could fit in there. I had no idea. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, so you mean when we saw like Avengers and that shit was sold out? That shit was like 400? He's like, yeah, it was like 435. I'm like, holy fuck. I guess that's like an IMAX theater, but still, like, dude, that's a lot of fucking people in one room.
Huge. They better have a lot of doors.
That's what I'm saying. Like, God forbid something happens. Like, dude, what the fuck? Like, that's a lot, bro. 435? I was like, holy shit. He's like, yeah, most of them aren't sold out, but the ones that are, you're looking at like for sure over 400. That's fucking nuts, dude.
That's a lot of people.
But you don't really think about it, huh? Because you're just kind of sitting there.
Yeah.
But if you look at some of the, like, especially like an IMAX theater, you're kind of like, oh shit, there's like at least 20 seats in this row or more even.
Yeah, you might be right. Shit. I haven't been to IMAX in forever, so.
Yeah, my friend tried to invite me to some like D-box shit where I guess a chair like wiggles around, but I don't know if I'd be into that, honestly.
Oh, shit. Like they like try to pull you into the experience more. That sounds pretty cool. Like almost a theme park and a movie at the same time, you know?
Mm-hmm. I feel like it'd be just like some field trip shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where like mist is like coming down and shit like that. It's cool.
They need to do Sense, you know? I
Yeah.
feel like that one will really take you into the moment.
I think I fucking
Like Jurassic Park when they're like digging through the shit.
the big polish shit. Fucking dude, I think for like one of the Rugrats movies, we had took a field trip to see it, and I'm pretty sure there was like a fucking thing you had on like a paper, and then it's like a scratch and sniff during certain scenes, and it would kind of like alert you like you got to do it now.
That's cool.
Yeah, for like
Very
berries
cool.
or some shit, stuff like that. I like that, man. I like fucking immerse me in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Take me away.
I don't know if I ever asked you this, or do you have any like favorite movies of you, or like any top 5, top?
Man, Talk to Me. That's the most recent one that I was like, holy shit, this is great.
That shit was really well done.
Diana has been really into Star Wars lately.
How do you feel about those movies?
I just don't care. Like, I know it's an unpopular opinion. I like the old Star Wars. You know, I like the episode 1 through 3. I think what they're doing with the franchise is pretty fucked up.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know? So I won't watch those. I think it's shitty.
The new ones were pretty bad.
I haven't seen them.
You're not
but
missing
I
anything.
I have seen the one where Harrison Ford and what's his name? Mark Hamill.
Oh yeah, where they came back.
I seen 2 of those. They were okay. It felt tired to me. It felt like replaying kind of the same themes. And Diana has said that something's missing, and she doesn't know why. She doesn't like it as much. But we haven't watched the 3rd one still, so she really doesn't like it as much because she like made me rewatch all of the, like, you know,
4, catch up and
4
shit.
through 6, whatever it is, and then 1 through 3 again. I just, you know, it's good movies. I don't have anything against them. I'm just not particularly like into
See, I completely agree with you.
into it.
I feel like, and this is an unpopular opinion I've said before, I feel like it's a little overrated. A little overrated.
I think when people get really into anything, it becomes overrated because then all you hear is like how great it is, and then you have like these great expectations, and then you fucking watch the shit.
I almost feel like there's just more bad than good.
Yeah.
Like if I had to tally all this shit up and the whole franchise is like a whole, I feel like I'd end up with more shit than I would like good stuff. I'm kind of like, I don't know.
Fair. Hey, you're the movie reviewer, dude. I'm just a stupid ass musician.
But yeah, Star Wars, I don't know, man. I'm always like, it's hit or miss for me, man. Because I like the old ones are go hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. The OG ones, nice. Like I could tell, I get it now. Like I'm like, all right, this makes sense. And then like you said, even the other ones like Revenge of the Sith was pretty good, and like Phantom Menace and all that shit. They're not like my favorite, but I did like Revenge of the Sith. And then the new ones is just kind of like you said, like, god damn, like just replaying the same themes. And I almost want to think like, what the fuck is the point? Like, I guess it's like isn't like true to life though, because like wars just go on forever. But I don't know.
To me, it just feels like one fucked up family can't get their shit figured out.
And that's the thing. It's centered on like the Skywalkers.
Yeah.
It's all centered on them. So it's like, I don't know. I need therapy or some shit, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Stop doing wars and murdering people and just get some therapy.
And you gotta think,
sponsored
dude,
by BetterHelp.
Sponsored by Better. I need the sponsorship shit. Hook me up. I just think like in my head, I'm like, damn, if I'm a fucking like a true follower of this franchise, nothing got resolved then, because like shit got resolved back then, but it really didn't.
Pass down the same problems to the next generation, you know.
And it's like the Empire is now the First Order. It's just like, what the fuck? Like, it's the same kind of thing, man.
Yeah.
Homeboy has a helmet. It's like, I get it. Yeah, I was like a little too on the nose right here. Like, I don't know, man. What about Lord of the Rings, bro? I've never seen any of those either.
I like those.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I need to check them out.
I just rewatched The Hobbit recently. People bitch about The Hobbit, and it's like, okay, I don't know. I think it depends on like how committed you are to the book series and the way that, you know, movies always have to leave something out or change things around. And honestly, I read most of the books. Definitely I read The Hobbit. I don't remember that shit. So I don't really have that comparison going. I just enjoy, I feel like The Hobbit moves faster and the Lord of the Rings, those three take longer. And there's more like stillness. But I think that's a good thing usually, you know.
I need to watch those, man.
But I really like those, and I even liked the show that came out.
Oh yeah, the one on Amazon. I forgot what the fuck it was called.
Yeah, I'm a much bigger fan of that than Star Wars, but even then, it's like I'm not a diehard fan or something.
But you wouldn't dress like Legolas or whatever the fuck his name is.
I wouldn't dress like nobody on that shit. No.
You know what? I would want to go to like a medieval times kind of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be fun. A Renaissance festival kind of. I've never been to any of those.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. And I don't dress up, but to each their own.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't judge people who do dress up either.
How much would they have to pay you to be like, all right, Bradley, we need you to fucking strap up?
I don't think I would do it for, I don't know, you know? Like,
they're like 5,000.
Such a hypothetical.
5K.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'll do whatever you want.
They're like 5K and we give you like, no, they're like 3K. They lowered it. They're like 3K, but we give you a pass. You get a food pass. You could eat anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty poor, so $3,000 is like, you know,
free money.
Yeah, for a couple months, I'm okay.
I do it. I do it.
Yeah. So I guess there is a scenario where I dress up. So I ate my own words there, but I don't see it being like a realistic scenario. Maybe my girlfriend could get me to do it if she like really wanted to, but you know.
What if it like fell around like Halloween and shit? Would that change?
Oh
anything?
Yeah, she always wants me to do stupid costumes for Halloween. I don't like to dress up for Halloween. I used to go as a bro, and so I would just wear fucking khaki shorts and a collared shirt, and like pop the collar, and that was my fucking costume.
What do you ever? I always wanted to ask music. I've seen musicians do this sometimes, but like if they have like a Halloween show, they'll dress up or some shit like that.
Zero Detail did a Halloween show, and that was fucking awesome. We played at Natsuo, and it was the night that the Astros won the World Series.
Oh my god!
And that we had that bitch popping, and Zero Detail is like really approachable music, you know. So we had a fucking blast, and I had my rapper friend. Shout out to Ricky Benz. I think he works at TSU now, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
It's like a professor over there or an adjunct maybe. But great guy, really really good rapper. A lot of stage presence, and we've done a couple shows where he just like riffs off of just improv.
Just off the top of the dome, freestyle. Yeah. Jesus
Absolutely.
Christ.
Yeah, and so he'll like play on whatever's going around. And one time we were at Old Town Spring and we just like fucking made up a song on the fly. He said something and I sang it back, and he was like, "We're gonna stop the song," and then I was like, "We're not stopping the song," and it was pretty cool. You could find it out there. I don't know.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm glad there's a recording of it.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great moment. And then we like ended together, and it was just like, yeah,
peak.
Yeah, and for that I was like a one-man band, so I was doing percussion on the bass, and then I played the bass in this looping machine. and then I played the guitar too, and it was really fun. Really
Oh
fun,
yeah.
like little vibe we had going. But anyway, I forgot what I was talking about because I was.
We're talking about
No, I didn't dress up in costume
yeah, for the Halloween
for
thing.
that
Yeah,
thing,
yeah, yeah.
but the rest of the band did the mystery gang.
Oh, those like
Yeah.
Scooby Doo.
So the girlfriends dressed up, and
Oh my god, that's
the
cool.
guys dressed up, and it was a whole thing. It was pretty awesome.
Halloween, I'll fuck around and dress up like shit. It depends on what I got going on.
It's
But
definitely
there are
fun.
times where like
And it's fun to see other people do it. I just
Oh,
don't.
yeah.
Like I just don't.
I feel you. I'm a very like last minute person where I'm like I need to get my costume like fucking yesterday.
Yep, I feel that, dude. I'm the same way.
And I have all this time, and then I look at it, I'm like, God damn it. The one time Amazon Prime is like not 2-day delivery is like fuck. Last time I dressed up as like a Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop, and I totally went to like a Goodwill and just got like a full suit and like not a bad price. It was like a Brooks Brothers suit that I've worn to like Vegas and like weddings and shit, and it was like $55.
That's sick.
I was like, hell yeah, fit perfect. I was like, nice.
I watched that show. I didn't particularly like it. I loved the music.
Oh, the music's sick.
Yeah.
Very jazzy. Very
Funk.
yeah.
Fucking love funk. That's I like my music, very funk forward, and I've been calling it pop funk.
Pop funk.
Yeah,
I could see it.
I have a lot of like punk influence. You know, like my
Mhm.
first favorite band was like Green Day,
Right. Yeah, we talked about that.
and I'm very into the funk stuff. And so
You know, I was jamming like right like literally before you got here, barely like since yesterday. Interpol.
I feel like I've heard of them. I don't.
There's like it's like a early 2000s kind of like alternative rock, like Strokes, Killers kind of shit,
Okay.
but very nice, very nice. They have an album called like Turn the Lights On or Keep the Lights On, some shit
Mhm.
like that. It's like a red cover. But I just listened to it like the other day because someone had posted about it. They're like, this has no skips. I'm like, I'll be the judge of that. Put it on. And I was like, wow, this is pretty sick. This is pretty fucking
That's
good.
cool.
Like, I fuck with the music a lot.
That's good.
It sucks, man, because like those bands don't really tour that much now. So it's kind of like, fuck, it'd be like a mission to like get to see them live. And I'm
Yeah.
like really into them now. I'm like,
Yeah. Slightly Stupid's coming to town soon.
oh, okay.
And they're one of my favorite bands. But I don't know if I'm gonna go. Diana said I should go.
Are you a big show guy? I was going to ask you, like, are you a big like concert kind of?
Not really. I don't like fucking sweaty ass people bumping into me and pretending it's my fault. You know?
They're always sweaty, man.
Yeah. And
They're
mean.
always sweaty.
No, at Slightly Stupid shows, the people are super nice. I think
Yeah.
because they all smoke weed. So they're chill. Like they move out of your way. They're not like invading your space, you know? So those people are cool.
I had saw Turnover recently. I don't even know who that band
No.
is. They're like
They
a
remind me of a dessert.
they're super indie, like very, very indie music. But they did like an anniversary for like one of their albums. And I was like, fuck, I'll go. My boy like put me onto them. And yeah, man, after the show is pretty chill. Everyone's like for sure like on some stoner shit. But every once in a while you get those people that are just like rowdy. And like I was with my friend and his girl, and they're super chill. And out of nowhere, this girl comes in, vinyl in hand, and like the main band isn't even fucking playing. And she's, oh my God, and just jumping around, vinyl swinging. She's bumping into my friend. So like my friend switches like his girlfriend with her, and now he's next to the chick, and she's just still like fucking jumping around, like in between songs type shit. And I was just like, what are you doing?
Just like an example of how not to act.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and it's everyone's just looking at like, why are you
Yeah.
so hyped right now?
The other thing I don't like, which I'll probably get a lot of people will disagree vehemently, and that's okay. I fucking hate mosh pits, dude.
Man.
Fucking hate it. I don't understand the violence and the fun at the same time. I'm like, you know, my idea of a good time is not getting hit in the face, you know?
Well, I would agree with you that I do love a good mosh pit, like Turnstile and shit like that. Fuck with like mosh pits, but like they don't get super violent like that. It's not like I'm like someone's throwing kicks and shit like that or like elbows and stuff like that. For the most part, it's just like shoving and then like hype around the music. But yeah, I've seen some videos where like people are getting knocked the fuck out, and it's like, damn, dude, what happened? Like,
What are we doing here?
you know, you do see those every once in a while where like it just be like a shirtless dude just posted up, and it's just like, what's going on here? What do you got? What do you have going on? Like, what is like? Because I find them kind of therapeutic. I burn a lot of energy, so I'm
Right.
kind of like good on it. But like I said, I'm not really like I'm mostly just like dancing and like avoiding people and kind of like making these fucking uncoordinated people like just
You
fall.
see, like a dance floor is different than a mosh pit.
Yeah.
You can get the same shit out.
Mhm.
Like I don't, you know.
But yeah, some of them are like super violent where it's just like elbows, knees, and shit. I'm like, God, you guys are just fighting. There's not even like,
Yeah. Fuck
yeah,
that.
yeah, that's a little too much, man.
It's way too much for me. Fuck that.
Yeah, nah. How much, Bradley, to get you in a mosh pit? I'm just putting the prices out there.
Hey, just pay my fucking medical bills, okay?
That is true, bro. I went to a Travis Scott show, and dude, my friend, I had got there.
The Travis Scott show?
No, not the Travis one, but the one before the
Okay.
Travis Scott show.
Fuck.
But yeah, now we my cousin, he's a officer, so he was able to get in there free. Like they didn't even scan his ticket, he just got in through the side. He's like, "Yo, I have my ticket unscanned. If you're trying to go, like, let me know. I'll send it to you." Send it to me. I pull up. And as soon as I walk in, he's like just chilling with his homeboy. Homeboy's totally in crutches, and he wasn't in crutches the last time I saw him. So I'm like, "Well, what happened?" And he's just like, "Man,
We
he
need
totally."
a better seat.
He's like, "Yeah, bro, he tore his ACL. He's about to dip." I'm like, "What? He tore his ACL?" He's like, "Yeah, man." He's like, Playboy Cardi came. No, he's like, who was it? What's it? Sheck West. He's like, Sheck West came and he just lost his mind. He's fucking fucked. He got fucked up. I'm like, damn. So like, his friend is like totally like limping off, who's also an officer. I'm just like, this is insane. And he's like, yeah, we gotta be careful. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on at the show that you guys are like going so hard for?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty intense. Thankfully, I'm tall, so I can kind of like, if it gets too hot, I can kind of like look up and breathe a little bit. But there's times where I'm like in front of somebody and I look behind, I'm like, dude, I know you're not seeing anything. I feel so bad because you're like really short.
Well, that's a nice sentiment.
Yeah. And if it's a girl, I'll probably like, it depends on the girl, but I'll probably be like, yo, you want to, you know, you can go in the front of me like to see something. Especially if like we come in late and I'm just like there in front of them now, then I feel like a fucking dickhead. I'm like, this is bad.
Yeah. And then people be pushing their way to the front because of that.
Yeah,
and then
dude,
it gets all
that.
tight, and then I'm like, I would rather go sit by the sound where I can hear it better.
Yeah, and honestly, like, it depends on the show, man. But like, I'm going against what I've said before, but like, it depends on the show. But I wouldn't mind like sitting for some of this shit.
Yeah.
Like on the balcony,
Yeah.
kind of just relaxing.
Yeah.
Especially like on a date, I feel like it's a good like a vibe.
Yeah. That's how you know you're getting old.
I know, bro. Nah, for sure. Because before I was like, I'm not gonna go fucking see this show sitting up there, but
You
like,
gotta be front row.
yeah, I was like, I gotta be in the shit. I mean, I still kind of feel that way to a certain extent with like artists that I really like am into. Like if Green Day like comes, I wouldn't want to see them like sitting. I'd want to be like kind of like in
Right.
the shit. But yeah, nah. I mean, for the most part, I wouldn't mind like kind of just like taking the night off, getting like stoned and just kind of like relax. Especially like on a date. Like I said, I
Oh,
feel like it's a
yeah.
good vibe. Have you done any shows recently?
I did one. No, I did one a year ago. It feels recent to me because time has just gone by.
It's just
But,
flying, man. I'm telling you.
We played Discovery Green, dude. It was fucking sick. It was a crawfish festival, and what's Channel 2? KPRC.
Yeah.
They were out there with the fucking cameras on us and shit, and the kiddos were there. I think.
I'm
I know-
trying. Yeah, this is all starting to like. This was this year, no, or last year?
last year.
Last year, okay.
So that was pretty cool. I have a bunch of musician friends that I got to be involved, and I literally wrote out the music by hand, like in musical notation, because these guys are musicians and they read. And we had fucking 2 half rehearsals. Like I had one rehearsal with a couple guys and another rehearsal with another couple guys, and I don't think we played anything, all 3 of us together or
my
all
God.
5 of us together before the show, but it went pretty well. I mean, it was a battle of the bands, and we brought like 4 people, so we weren't gonna like
Right,
win,
yeah.
but it was really fucking fun, and you know, I paid them out of pocket because I think that's really important for musicians. Like they have to make their living,
Nah,
and
for
they're
sure,
all
dude.
like actual professional musicians and teachers like me, and so I know the stakes, and so I knew like I had to put out. I'm not gonna fucking pay them in beer and pizza.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
that's,
yeah.
I mean, that's
You could only do that so many times.
right, and that's I think it's it's just they all got rent to pay and bills to pay, and so I wanted to keep it going and do more with those guys, but it's just been so expensive to pay, and I don't feel right not paying. you know?
Yeah.
And so we haven't done anything since then, unfortunately, but it was It was a cool ass show.
Yeah,
man. It was
yeah.
a
I had some
lot of
friends. I had some
people.
friends that went. They said it was pretty sick.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to think the date though. Do you remember the date at all?
That was April 14th. Or
Of last
something.
year.
Yeah,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ,
It's been a while.
that's insane. That doesn't seem that like long ago.
I know.
What the fuck?
I know.
Yeah, that's nuts, man.
But that was badass. I had a saxophone guy out there.
What?
Yeah, he's my friend from school because I went to school for saxophone.
Mm-hmm.
And
Some sexy sax, bro.
yeah, he's fucking sick, dude. And then
Shit.
the drummer is like the fucking nicest guy. We had the keyboard player was in Zero Detail. He was the drummer for Zero Detail, and he was the drummer for Rogues Among Us for a second. And then the bassist was from Rogues Among Us, and then it was me. So it was 5 of us, and it was like the instrumentation from my actual music.
Mhm.
And so yeah, it was fun as fuck.
Would you ever just do like, let's say like you're playing a show and then there wasn't that much rehearsed? Would you guys ever just be like, let's just jam out, have a jam session?
I fucking
Worst comes
would.
to worst, you know what I
fucking
mean?
would, yeah. I think like that's the fun of playing with other people is like saying what you feel in the moment on your instrument, you know? Yeah, I love that. And that's why I wanted to do the band thing with the dudes and pay them out of pocket so I could play with other people. Because it's like, okay, could I go do a cover set and throw in some of my originals and make some money and maybe get some exposure and, play music and make money? Yeah. But like, I don't know if I want to do that. You know, I want to play with other people. That's like the fun part. And
Yeah.
things happen in the moment, whether it's intentional or not, that make it like we have to react to it, right? And so that's the fun fucking part. And then so to extrapolate that, yes, like would I just bust out a jam, just throw a progression down, and we'll just
Jam
fuck
out
with
real
it,
quick.
see what
yeah.
happens? Yeah, absolutely. You know, especially with those guys, it's like that's easy with them. You know,
I'm always curious about that, man. Because like you said, it is one of those things where it's like artists doing art and like being passionate about their art, but at the same time, kind of like the livelihood being into it, where it's like, how much do I need to do to like fucking pay rent or pay
Right.
something, you know?
Right.
It's difficult.
it is. It's a balance, another fight.
Another fight, yeah. Nothing but fights, bro. Nothing but fights. Because there are times where I'm like, the end of the month's coming around, I'm just kind of like, damn, I need to get some photo shoots in. Let me just fucking DM like a bunch of people, like, do you guys need anything like done? Like, I'll take care of it. And not even for like expensive. Like, I'll do $80, 2 hours. Fuck it. Like, I just need to get work done.
Someone please need something.
Not for real. Especially with like everything going on, man. It's like, ugh. Can only imagine how people's like finances are looking at like nowadays. It's rough. It's rough out here, Bradley.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But
Jesus.
we're making it, you know?
Nah, for sure. That's one thing I will like take pride in. It's I kind of like look at it from afar, kind of like looking back, as we said earlier, and be like, damn, I've been like on my own for like a minute now. Like, never got evicted, no bullshit, no real
Yeah.
crimes or anything. Like, pretty decent. I know it's like the minimum, but it's like pretty decent. Like, because a lot of people don't fucking do that, dude.
That's right. Staying at home or whatever. And nothing wrong with that either, you know? Just, I feel lucky to be able to not do that and do what I love to do and be okay. You know?
That's the biggest thing. Yeah, I don't know, man. I always think about like success and like different like measurements of it. I feel like I almost wouldn't even want an overly like a lot of eyeballs on me, like too many eyeballs on me. You know,
I've been thinking that a lot lately.
'cause it's just it could be fucking brutal, man. Some of this shit where it's like, God,
It's almost like they thrive on being brutal, you know?
yeah.
It's
Then they're like
nasty.
looking up like they might look up your chick. Oh, let me follow her. I like Bradley. Let me
She would not
weird
like
shit
that.
like that. You know what I'm saying? It's
She
just-
asked me not to talk about her.
Oh,
too
shit,
much.
sorry.
That's not your fault. I just be saying whatever. So I have to try to hold my tongue.
I feel you. I
sometimes.
feel you. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, shit like that where I'm just kind of like, I don't know if I'd want people to like deep dive
Yeah.
into my life like
Yeah.
that. You know,
Yeah.
that would kind of make me like a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's another fight, bro. You get the success, but at the same time, you got fucking weird bastards just like lurking around.
Dude, lurkers. Yeah, that's for sure. Just had deja vu with the lurker thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did it take you back to?
The same moment. That's what deja vu is.
You want to know something weird, bro? When I was in Vegas earlier this year in January, my friend Oscar, shout out to Oscar and Patsy, they got married. And when they were getting married, they got married at this like chapel, like total Vegas wedding, really cool. They got married on like a Cadillac and shit. But as they were doing their vows, like they finished and we were taking photos, I had mean deja vu, like mean, where I was like, dude, I feel like I've been here
That's cool.
with all you guys before. Like even like people that they brought in, like they brought in photographers, and I was like, I don't even fucking know you, bro. I just met you today, and like I could like you were here before. It was super tripping to me.
Is that like unsettling for you, or is it reassuring for you? Because I feel like you can go either way. It's like, oh fuck, what's happening? Did our timelines shift or whatever the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
That's a popular thing to talk about. But then you could also think, in parallel in some ways, but like, oh, this means that this moment is meant to be, you know what I mean?
I kind of took it that way because like at the time, like I before that I went to like my friend Josue's wedding, and I didn't feel any deja vu there. And then like my best friend Brittany and Fernando, they got married together. And I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel any deja vu there. So I was like, it was more of like me being like,
y'all getting divorced,
bro. I was low key like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how come I'm not feeling any like familiarity with this at all?
Yeah.
But I'm over here in Vegas, fucking like roaming around, and I'm like, I feel this like very like it feels very familiar, which is crazy.
It's cool.
It's cool, man. It's a very interesting feeling where I'm like, I don't know where this is coming from, but like you said, it just feels like that was supposed to happen.
That's
and
good.
Like, yeah.
That's cool that you interpreted it that way, because I feel like I always get like, the fuck's happening,
Yeah, I feel you, man. It could be. Initially, I was kind of like, what the fuck is going on? But then again, I was like also like blazed most of the trip. So I was in Vegas, you know what I mean? So I was just like, I don't know. But once we sat down, I was like, nah, that felt like pretty fucking real. That didn't feel like no drug shit. That felt like very like.
That's cool, man.
And I even asked some of my friends. My friend Becky was there with us, and I was like, what do you think? And she's like, yeah, I did. It did kind of feel like familiar to us, even though we had never been at that location like ever. Weird. Super weird.
Cool as fuck.
Yeah, it's cool.
I've been doing like meditation lately.
Oh, I need to get back into it, man.
I don't even know if I'm fucking doing it right, dude.
I mean, as long as you're like taking time, I feel like you know.
I've been doing this thing where I like, I kind of just like focus right here and close my eyes and try not to move, and I'll get like this really intense, like almost buzzy feeling right here, and then my temples will like start spinning, and it tickles.
Interesting.
And it feels really good. And so I just kind of shoot for that. Sometimes I feel like disconnected with my body, like I almost can't move my arms or something. And I don't want to move because then it'll snap me out of it. And that head thing that I'm talking about with the spinning and the tickling, it'll kind of like subside. And I like that. So I'm trying to stay there. But I definitely feel like this sense that I'm like not quite in my own skin. And so I wonder if maybe I could do like a astral projection or something if that's a thing.
Should maybe, dude.
I think it's supposed to be a thing, but I don't know. And I've not done it, so I don't know if I can or whatever. But
that'd be pretty dope. Honestly, that'd be pretty sick.
I think so too.
Have you ever had like sleep apnea at all?
Oh yeah.
Or not sleep apnea? What the fuck is it called?
I know what you're talking about.
Paralysis.
Yeah, I heard. I heard the word apnea, but I knew what you meant.
Sleep apnea is like you fucking snore,
Yeah.
right? That's what it is?
Oh, yeah. I fucking stopped breathing in my sleep. Yeah, for sure. No, I've had sleep paralysis and I've had lucid dreams.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Pretty cool, man. Sleep paralysis was terrifying until I figured out what it was. And then it was like, okay. But what was the other one?
Lucid dreaming.
Yeah, that one is fucking euphoric, dude. Like, the first thing I do when I realize I'm in control and I'm dreaming is fly. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I remember one where I was like, for some reason, a fucking pirate ship. But I was like flying through the sails like fucking Peter Pan. Shit. Then I went in the water and I was flying, and it was super like just total euphoria, you know? But
you're like playing Minecraft on create mode. You're just fucking.
Man. It's cool. Very cool. I've only done it a handful of times though.
Interesting.
sometimes the dreams like take over. So I'll realize I'm in a dream, and then I'll wake up and be in another dream. Like literally, I'll get out of bed, but it's not my bed. It's,
It's a bed.
a bed.
Mm-hmm.
So I've woken up, but not enough to actually be like not dreaming. It just changed
layers
scenes.
this shit.
And
Goddamn.
so in my dream, I think I'm awake, but then I'm just in a different dream, I guess.
How long do you think that goes on for? Like in terms of like real time?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. It feels like forever, but it's probably a couple
Probably
minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah, maybe.
Jesus Christ. I've lucid dreamed like every once in a while, but it's like I said, it's not super. It's very rare for sure. And then the only time I've had like sleep paralysis, because my ex used to have it, and she used to give me a call when I was on night shift, fucking terrified. And it wasn't until we started like living together, I'm like, oh shit, like you're freaking the fuck out right now. What's going on? Like feeling stiff. And she's like, I told you, like this is like super intense. She would call me crying, bro. Like I saw this shit, this and that. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's scary.
I had it one time where like it was here, and it was such a weird experience, bro. Because I just remember like getting out of my bed and then falling slowly, but I was still asleep. I got out of my bed, I fell slowly, and I just remember like crawling like towards my brother's room, weird as fuck. And then like trying to fuck with like the thermostat, and then like ended up like crawling back, but like super like immobile, just like very like. And then I woke up and I was like, "What the fuck was that?" So that's such a weird experience.
Yeah, they're hard to deal with.
But it felt so real though, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Very real, where I was like, I could feel my body, like I could feel my toes like stretching out kind of thing.
It makes you wonder how much is dream and how much is real. Because, like I've seen like an old lady like waving at me in the mirror. And it's like some of the stuff that I have experienced in sleep paralysis, there's like, stories about like spirits or ghosts that kind of line up with what I experienced. And it makes me wonder if that's like true, or if I heard that first and then I'm
Like
projecting that, experiencing it because I have heard of it before, or if, like I said, if it's real or whatever. It just very trippy experience.
There's times where I'll have like I have like rain sounds going, or like a podcast, like an old podcast I heard already, just a million times just on, so I could go to sleep. And there are times where like I found myself where like they'd mention something and then I'm dreaming about it. I'm like, that's so fucking weird. And the next day I'm like, why the fuck did I dream about that? And then like I like go back and listen to the episode. I'm like, okay, they mentioned like a fucking throwaway comment about this like one thing, and like now it like infiltrated my dream, which is so weird, odd as hell.
So you're like a noise sleeper.
Kinda, yeah. I don't know what that was, man. I gotten so used to it. I think because I always, it's funny because I was talking to this girl and she asked me about that. But like, I just feel like I've always had like trouble sleeping, and like it all depends. Now as an adult, I feel like if I do a lot during the day, I'm good. I could like fucking shower, eat, and just like knock
That
out.
makes sense.
But if I don't like go to the gym, or if I don't like do like outside shit, and I'm just editing or like going straight to work here and like just chilling out, I can't sleep like that well, dude. Even if I smoke weed, it doesn't really. I mean, it helps me a little bit, but for the most part, I'm like, I kind of want to enjoy this. I don't want to like just knock out and like not get to hear music that way and stuff. But yeah, but like usually now I'll put like a podcast on like super low, or like rain sounds and shit like that.
Yeah, Diana's very. She needs something going on to be able to get to sleep, and I'm the opposite. Like, I want complete silence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I've had trouble with that, man. There's this girl I was talking to, and she was in Humble. And she'd be like, come spend the night. And I'm like, all right, cool. And I couldn't fucking sleep at all.
Too quiet out there.
It's too quiet at all. I mean, over here it gets fucking loud. We have the metro there. There's fucking helicopters and shit, trains and like churches and stuff.
Dude, every time there's a helicopter, I'm like, oh, what did they do? Someone's, they're looking for somebody.
They're looking for somebody for sure. But yeah, I was in Humble that one time, and I was just laying down in the bed like, dude, I can't go to sleep at all. What the fuck? All I'm hearing are like planes, like here and there, like every other hour, but like it was just like really difficult for me to sleep. Like, after a while, I got used to it, but like there was that kind of adjustment period.
Yeah, I feel you. It's kind of like a constant battle, and it's not like real fights or anything. But she'll like to watch like South Park or Modern Family, or just that '70s show, something that's like familiar to her,
and just knock out the TV on.
Yep.
I've never done that though.
That is crazy to me because it's like I can't sleep because of what I'm hearing, and then I can see, like when I close my eyes, I can see the flashes, and I'm like, I can't fucking do this.
That will be a little more difficult for me for sure. Because there's
Yeah.
times where like I don't know why, bro, but like I usually put my computer in like sleep mode,
Mm-hmm.
or like I'll even turn it off. Well, whenever it's in sleep mode, this happens. But I'll turn on the fan. I'm like, fuck, it's a little hot in here. Turn the fan on. I don't know what the fuck the wiring is, but my computer will just pop on randomly. And now
That's creepy as
I'm
fuck,
laying
dude.
in bed, dude, and I'm just looking at my like screen, and it's so fucking bright. I'm like, I can't go to sleep. I have to get up to like turn it off.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's too much. I don't know. I never really understood like going to sleep with the TV on. I've dozed off and be like, oh shit, and click it off real quick.
Right. Yeah, that's different than like putting it on intentionally to
Nah.
fall asleep to. And then it
No.
usually wakes you up later if you doze off to it, you know?
Mhm.
But no, she's like, she just went on a work trip for like, I think she was gone 10 days. And we have blackout curtains. And I unplugged the microwave. Because, okay, so we've been sleeping in like the living room.
Okay.
And the microwave's in there. So the microwave, like the little clock on it that tells you the countdown and the time, that light was too bright for me. So
Damn, really?
I unplugged that shit. Yeah.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
But yeah, she likes to watch fully watch TV while she's asleep. Like, yeah.
Man, my brother fucked with the microwave we have here, and he got it to where it's like completely silent now. It'll go off, but no, like,
Nice.
it's so fucking cool.
That's great.
I'll fuck up though and like forget that I have food in there. I'm like, oh shit, let me like double check.
That's funny.
Yeah, but it's nice though. I'm like, damn, I could like put this like for 3 minutes, fucking go wash my hands, move some shit around, come back, and food's ready. And I have to fucking hear this loud as like
Beep.
it's so annoying.
It is.
That is wild though with the fucking microwave. You unplugged it, huh?
Yeah, man. It was bright. Like you could see everything in the room from just the little numbers, and I just didn't. I wanted to fucking
Have you ever used one of those
sleep.
like sleep mask?
Yep.
I've done it before, but I always take it off.
Yep. I woke up with scratches on my forehead one day. I guess I had ripped it off in my sleep, and I was bleeding.
Fuck.
So
That's funny.
I didn't like it.
She
She got it for me because
Oh yeah.
it's kind of like the midway. So I think what I've been doing lately is I'll put on rain sounds. So there's something going on in the background for her,
Mm-hmm.
and it's more natural, so I can fall asleep to that easier. And then on YouTube they have these black screen videos, so it's still bright
Oh.
because it's like the screen is displaying the color black.
Right, yeah.
So I'd rather it be
It's still like illuminated somehow. but
fucking. I wish we could turn the screen off and just have the. I
you
guess.
gotta get YouTube Premium, baby.
Oh,
Gotta get
fuck
YouTube
that,
Premium.
dude. I'm not paying for shit, dude.
See, I have it, but
What's
it's
that Little Dicky song? Okay, that is me. Okay.
I have it, but I'm part of a family plan. I don't pay for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got my boy with HBO and Hulu,
That's
so he
nice.
gets me with. Bro, I don't have no ads, and I can just lock my phone and like the video keeps playing. It's sick. I don't know how it would work on TV though. I imagine you turn that shit off, it's just off. But
I guess you just go old school because they have those like rain sound machines, right?
yeah,
So
they have
maybe-
that.
Maybe that's what we should do. But
Dude, they have that on Severance. It's so weird.
I can't. You can't justify buying more shit every time you have a problem come up. Like the solution shouldn't be buying more shit every time. Like fuck that. I'm not about it.
No,
And that might be because I'm so poor, but
hey, I'm the same boat, man.
I'm not, I'm not subscribing to your monthly service. I don't care who you are or what your company does. I'm not doing a monthly fee.
There's some that I don't even use, bro.
Yeah,
Like at all.
exactly.
Like I legit
Gym
don't
membership?
even use it.
Nope.
That's
You
the one
know?
that I need to get back on because, like, bro, if I'm not using that shit, it's like $100.
Yeah. If I'm doing like DoorDash, like, okay, I'll pay extra today and then just not order that often. I'm not going to pay you monthly to get a discount.
Mm-hmm.
And
It doesn't really add up to anything.
Yeah,
honestly,
just
bro.
you're encouraged to spend more, in the long run.
Minimum 15.
Yeah, fuck that. Nope.
Dude, I'm a big Uber Eats guy. I'm not gonna lie. Me and my brother are always like, oh, yo, you send me half. But it's always send me half, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because alone, that shit adds up, bro.
It does. We were really bad about it. But Diana had like a health scare recently which I won't go too far into because she specifically asked me not to talk about her too much.
I got you.
But she was out of work for like 2 months on leave.
Damn.
So it was pretty scary. I missed my grandpa's brother's funeral. But, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that like, it was serious.
Yeah, that's how
So-
serious it was. Yeah, no, for sure.
But we've been eating very differently now
Mm.
that shit happened. So we've been going to this farmer's market, which is crazy because, we're poor. But they have like different meats that we like to try. We got some elk steaks, which has been like, fuck the grocery store steaks because like they kind of suck, dude.
Yeah.
After eating an elk steak, I'm just like, that's what's up. It's so good.
More natural.
Oh yeah, and she looks great. She's lost a little bit of weight, but more than that, she's like a different person.
Really?
Like it used to be hard to like get her out of bed. She on the weekends she just want to kind of sleep all the way through, and I'd have to like go out and get breakfast for her to, be enticed to wake up. And now she's like up and trying to do everything she can on the weekends. And
Interesting.
I'm kind of like, okay, we're doing too much today. This is too much for today, So
It's a push and pull kind of thing.
yeah,
you know
well,
what I
I'm happy about that, because she's obviously feeling better,
mean?
and I'm happy to be drug around town and do shit I don't want to do.
So do you think
Because
that that's
she's-
very like diet based and that's
Dude,
a
yeah, it's not even just that. We've been on some different like hormones and nutrients and a whole regimen of like vitamins and supplements that have been helping, and who knows which one it is, could be all of them together. But yeah,
cocktail of shit.
it's been crazy and really beneficial for her.
Oh yeah, man. I'm
And for
happy to
me,
hear that.
So now she's back to work, and it's crazy watching her because, she has a really intense job, and she travels a lot,
Mhm.
and it's really hard on her. But she's just been dealing with the stress of that very differently since we
Mm.
started this new diet. We're basically like no carbs, no sugar,
Oh shit, okay.
except I'm a cheater.
Except this beautiful carb back
Yeah.
armadillo.
No, I've been really not good about it lately, and I need to be more supportive. But I'll get back on it. We're going on vacation tomorrow, so
Oh yeah?
yeah, we're gonna go up to Dripping Springs.
Dripping Springs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where's
near
that?
Austin?
Okay.
It's like southwest of Austin.
Take some photos, bro.
I'll try to get.
Is it like very aesthetically like
It should be. We got an Airbnb. They got a pool.
Nice.
She's a beach lady,
Okay.
and we wanted to go to Pensacola, and I almost booked a place out there, but I fucking hate driving out there. And then we looked it up, and we have a dog,
Oh,
and
yeah.
she wants to bring him everywhere because he's getting older. He's going to be 9 in November, and so none of the beaches in Pensacola allow dogs. They have like 2 dog-friendly beaches, and they're like dog beaches. So then you got fucking people with their dogs off leash because no one gives a fuck.
Ugh.
And so, fuck that. So we went to the hill country. Hopefully there's going to be some water features,
Mhm.
and they got a pool at the
How are
place
you with
anyway.
I actually love the beach, bro. I'll be honest with you. It's very therapeutic for me, at least.
I fucking hate it, dude.
You know.
Unpopular opinion. Yeah, no, I fucking
So you wouldn't want to retire by the beach, then, huh?
I'd be okay with that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's my kind of thing. I'd want to retire like somewhere like super chill.
I don't like the beach. I get bored. I'm not good at just sitting there all day.
You burn up.
And yeah, if you can see my complexion, there's definitely
My
another,
shoulders get fucking torched, bro. Honestly.
No,
Ugh.
not about it. No. But yeah. I mean, I like it for a little bit,
Mhm.
but I can't stay a whole day out there.
Yeah, no, that's a little too much. But a couple hours, I feel like it's a good like little
Yeah,
reset.
I like the vibe of beach towns.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I really like.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of old, or at least fucking in Galveston, it's like older crowd kind of. Most people are like older, just kind of
Mhm.
like really relaxing, chilling and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I always get worried about like hurricanes though, man. You're retired by a beach,
Yeah.
and God forbid something fucking just
No shit, dude.
destroys it.
Yeah, that would be horrible.
How long is the vacation?
Couple days. I think we'll be back Friday or Saturday.
Okay, little week vacation.
Yeah, a little couple days.
That's
Hopefully
good,
they have a
man.
grill. We'll bring some meats and hang out.
Get some elk steaks.
Yeah, we got a bunch from Saturday, so then we got elk, venison, and some bison. So
It could be that, like, could be
grill
like you
some of
said,
that
man.
shit.
Like that shit changes like your whole mood. Because I heard like you eat like fucking McDonald's all the time, you just feel shitty.
Mm-hmm.
It's just shit. Like
It's been a trip because we were ordering on DoorDash like probably 4 nights a week, off and on. You know,
Mhm.
we try to be good and we'd splurge on the weekends and get DoorDash, and then we do weeks where we would totally fall off and just every day.
every day just doing it. I
Yeah,
gotta be careful with that. Yeah,
You
I'm
know.
in the same boat as you guys.
fucking whatever we feel like whether it's like Miko's. Have you been there?
Mm-mm.
It's a hot chicken place on Shepherd. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Or I think Durham, but it's same thing. And then fucking, you know, Smash Burger, Five Guys, fucking just whatever we're feeling that night, you know.
Mhm.
And
I try to
then
mix it up, but yeah, I feel you.
we stopped doing that completely, and now she's better. So I don't know if it's that or the hormones and supplements, or
Could be like you said,
all of
both,
it.
man. Yeah, it could be both.
and it doesn't fucking matter because we're gonna keep it right here.
I feel you.
She's been talking about, you know, she used to like to eat sweets. You know, when she got stressed, she'd eat like, you know, she likes Mexican candies,
Mm-hmm.
and she was really into. I think it was trending on like TikTok or something, but it's like this chocolate bar with like this pistachio paste inside.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Isn't it like a
A dessert. I don't know.
what the fuck is it? Isn't it like Abu Dhabi or some shit like that, or like
I
something
don't-
like that?
I don't remember, but she was very into it.
Like a pistachio chocolate, pistachio cake, some shit like that. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It was a chocolate bar, and it had something in it with pistachios.
Mhm.
It was like green, but I feel stupid not knowing the name because it was super popular.
I know what you're talking about. There was this dude who tried it. He ordered like a bunch of like, I want to say Indian. I don't know if it's Indian or not, but it's like Middle Eastern kind of thing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he really enjoyed it. He's like, yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, she was trying it from different places, you know. And, she's just big into sweets, and now she can't have that at all. And she's talking about she don't have the cravings anymore. Sometimes, you know, you pass something and you're like, oh, I missed that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, you know, when you're cooking at home every day, it's really not that big of a deal. You don't keep it in your house, you don't crave it, you know.
That is true.
So we've just been doing a lot of steaks, man. It's been pretty sick. And I do bacon and eggs every morning, and I'll make like my own salsa.
Hell yeah, dude.
Fucking good, dude.
I need to get on that shit. That's
love
one thing I'm lacking in. I think my adulthood is that I'm not a big cook like at all.
It's pretty fun once you start.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I was
not
always like the helper, bro. Even with my ex, I'd be like, you know, I'd fucking chop something up,
yeah.
or like I got you on the dishes for sure. Like I'd fucking knock them out like nothing.
I hate the dishes part.
Yeah, I don't mind the dishes part too much.
That's like what I hate about it. It's like, you know, you're making a mess as you're making the mess, you know. But
You constantly washing your hands, fucking.
yeah, no, yes. But you know, the cooking part itself is fine, and then I think, you know, feeding people feels good, and you know, it's purposeful. It feels good, and then, you know, you like anything else, you get better at it, and you can tell
I
the
need to
difference.
try it out,
and
man. No, for sure.
It's nice.
I do like the whenever Fern and Brittany lived, my friends like used to be my roommates. Now it's
Mhm.
my brother, but before there was them. I did like the kind of like ritualistic part of it, where it's like they go out to get something that day, even sometimes
Mhm.
bring it back home, and they're just kind of working at it, and then like, yo, do you want some food? And they'll tell like, it felt cool, man. It felt like a very much like I won't say community, but you know what I mean, like
Yeah,
very much
yeah.
like that kind of thing.
I think that's a good word for it.
It's dope, bro. I think about that way when I go out to smoke, but it's like on some hippie shit where I'm like, all right, I'll grind this up. And then we'll all go outside. And then we're just kind of like jam out for like
Yeah.
a good like 15, 20 minutes.
Share something together. Yeah.
There's times where my friends will be like, man, let's just smoke in here. Or like, we use the bong. Or I'm just kind of like, we can. But I like being on my balcony and just kind of like hanging out for a little bit.
I am a big balcony person. If we're going to a restaurant or something, I'm fucking, let's sit outside.
Hell yeah.
Big into it. We don't have a big balcony at our place, so it kind of sucks. But
I kind of wish mine was bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, ours is kind of like not too bad, but
Ours is literally, it's a fucking hallway to the stairs.
oh,
You can't even
okay,
fit a
okay,
table on
okay.
it, you know?
We have like a little coffee table
Yeah.
that's like out there with like just a bunch of like roaches and shit, or you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
like buds.
Yeah. I did think of the insect first, but I knew what you meant after I thought about it.
I gotta be careful, bro. I have my boy, the terrible Texan, on here, and it's funny because like all of them are like just weed, like roaches, and then there's that one cigarette butt that's there. I
You
got
gotta
like,
watch out which one you pick up.
I was like, that's him. I know that's him. He's the only one that like smokes that kind of shit.
That's funny.
Oh man, shout out to him though. Really cool. We did a good. This is the photo shoot I did in the Conroe, where I was like, God damn, this is far as fuck. But it was a good time. It was a good time. It came out good.
Well, let me pee real quick.
Go ahead, brother. Yeah.
Sorry. We back on?
Yeah, we're back on.
Yeah, yeah, I've done a solo show before. I'd like to do more, but I prefer playing with other people. You know?
Yeah, I feel you.
But yeah, that song's a good one. I wrote it with like thinking like the lower strings were gonna be like the bass line, and then I had to have some percussion in there, so I did like little taps on the acoustic guitar. And then I actually sent it to Mark from Rogues,
Mhm.
and he was like, "Dude, this is so Girl from Ipanema." Do you know that song?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's kind of. Oh my, this is one of my favorite songs, bro.
And he was like, "You should like reference that melodically." And I was like,
Astrid Gilberto
done.
and Stan Getz. Oh my
So-
god, that shit's sick. That shit's nice. I love that
So-
fucking song.
"Use a little bit of that melody, hopefully not too much."
No. I mean, honestly, I didn't even notice until you just
Good,
pointed
yeah,
out. Yeah.
Perfect. And then I brought it to Zero Detail, and I wish we had a better recording. I don't feel great about my takes on there, but I never do, so it doesn't matter.
I was gonna say, would that be a song that you'd throw on like a live set if
yeah,
you were to
we
do
used
it?
to play it a lot, and I've done it by myself before. So, I mean, ownership is split up evenly, but like, I mean, I wrote the song, and you know, everyone played their own parts, but I wrote the changes and stuff. So
Mhm.
it's like really, you know, I feel like it's my song.
Yeah, no, you could play.
And the
it.
guys are cool, and we're cool, and shout out to the Matt Powers band.
Shout out.
The Zero Detail guys are still doing their thing. They're just the Matt Powers band now. They do cover shows at like Tony's Mexican Restaurant in the
Okay.
Heights and a bunch of places. They're going to Eighth Wonder on June 7th, so catch that.
Shout out.
Um,
I'm glad you guys are still cool, man.
Yeah, they're-
I always
they're
hear
great
like
people.
I always hear stories of like bands that break up or like you said, ownership and shit like that. My friend
Yeah.
Mike was dealing with that, where like
yeah,
he got out of
Sucks.
this band and then he wrote this song for his friend.
right.
Friend had like passed away, unfortunately, but he wrote the song in dedication to him, and he like, man, he aired the fuck out. He like posted screenshots. He posted like early demos of the song. He posted like
Right.
notes on his iPhone like with dates on it that like I've been working on this for like a minute, like since he like passed away. And then the group that he had left like still had it like on their shit, and like just made it like just dropped it basically. We're just like,
Mhm.
oh, this is like our new single. And it's just like, man, this is such a like a deeper thing than like.
Well, it depends, and it's a tough world to be a part of. I've been trying to understand it better lately, but I think there's like two different things you can own when you drop a track, and one is like the actual song,
Mhm.
so like the writing credits, and then the other is the sound, the recording.
Mm.
And so, you know, and then you have like the issue of copyright, where like if someone steals your shit and it's not copyrighted, you can't like sue them. But technically, if you have it online like he did, you know, you
You have a case,
like
yeah.
you own it
Mhm.
right there. But I don't think you can like take it to court or something. It's very
Yeah.
weird and very like
It was going on for like a good week, bro. Where they were just
Yeah.
going back and forth. Where they were just like, even the other band, like, cause I'll check their story out here and like there, and they'd be like, no, like, we understand there's some controversy with our, because he was airing them the fuck out. Like he was just like, bro,
Pissed.
please, like, just
yeah.
give me the song. Like, you know, it's my song. What are you guys doing? Like, are you guys actually gonna perform this fucking song? Like, that's dedicated to my friend. Like, what
That's
do you?
fucked up.
It was crazy, bro. To the point where I almost want to reach out to him, because like we're cool, but like I don't really know him like that. But I almost want to reach out and be like, bro, if you want to come on and fucking give them shit, like
You should.
by all means, like
should.
just let me
That
know.
might
or-
be an interesting story, you know.
yeah, I was just like, dude, what the fuck? Because the way he was like selling us, and then I had saw him in person later on at like a party, And he wasn't like, he was over it, but at the same time, he was kind of like, that was just annoying.
Yeah.
That was just an annoying experience to like deal with.
For sure.
Ugh.
For sure. But luckily, I've never had that problem because, like I said, the Zero Detail guys are like
That's good,
really
man.
cool. I think Rogues was a little less amicable. When I left Zero Detail, it was literally just I was done, and it had nothing to do with the guys, and it was just like I said, like that fucking last show. I was just hating myself every time I heard a Zero Detail song. I felt like shit about it. I felt like I suck. My voice sucks. Everything I do sucks.
You just had to get away from it.
I just needed to, yeah. And that was around COVID anyway, so it was like, it's cool. And then, yeah, Rogues was a little bit less friendly, but I think most of the guys are still on good terms, so it's not a big deal. But in terms of ownership, like both bands, I think, split pretty evenly, so it's hard to get placement on any of that because there's so many parties involved. And in order to get that, you need to have it like ready to go up front. And the Zero Detail guys all have careers, and so they're not trying to make money on the music. They're just doing it for the love of the game, which is respectable.
That is very respectable, yeah.
Rogues, it's just a pain in the ass to get everyone to get their ducks in a row.
I'm always curious about that, man, because like as random as it sounds, but like I know more about like record deals and shit like that when it comes to like rappers, just because like I've always been a big fan of hip hop, but like even hearing like, oh, so and so got fucked over on their deal, or like they'll sign you to like a 360 deal or some crazy shit like that, where it's like, we'll give you all this money up front, but
That's a fucking loan.
we're gonna need you to like recompensate us, yeah. And a lot of people are like flexing instead of like investing like into their music. They're totally like just buying shit. Like, let me get a fucking chain. Let me get a car.
Yep.
And then it like comes time to pay the piper, and it's like, oh, you can't
Oops.
pay us. Then well, I have to go on tour. And now you're just fucking touring and touring and touring. And it's like, dude, at what point does that shit stop? You know what I mean? Like, Jesus.
Well, I can't say what I would do if someone offered me some kind of deal, but I'd rather be able to do it on my own.
Yeah. That's kind of where I'm not a musician at all, but like that's kind of how I always felt about it, where it's like there's some people that I follow that are just kind of like I like Death Grips, and they're like a big, I remember like they had got signed on like after their first mixtape, and the studio was like, or the fucking record label was like, yo, you guys need to put, we got to capitalize on this. You got to put something out like 6 months later, hit them back to back. And they were just kind of like, well, the record's not really done, and we're still kind of working on it. So like, we're gonna like go down our own pace. And they're like, well, we got these deadlines. This is back and forth and shit.
Yeah.
So they just said, you know what, fuck it. And if you look at it, bro, Homeboy like made the album cover like a picture of his dick, and it says "No Love Deep Web." And like 2 days before the album release, they just leaked everything on their own website. They're like, here's the album, you can just have it. Like, fuck it. And like there was a big lawsuit between them and shit like that.
Like it. Yeah.
They eventually like settled out of court, but it's like, damn, they really just did not give a fuck. And we're like, well, fuck it, guys. You guys are pushing us against the wall. Like, we're gonna push back.
That's crazy. Yeah, man. I don't know. That would be hard. And I struggle enough like on my own. I don't have like a lot of material out. And I'm really bad about like doing fucking Instagram, whatever.
Yeah, we
and
were talking about that
TikTok,
earlier.
whatever,
Like reels and shit, or
Fucking-
like TikToks.
I hate doing it. And I think if you had somebody that gave you money, you'd have to do stuff like that. And probably good to do to get, views, but I don't know. I just fucking,
Yeah,
I'd rather like no one listen to my music than have to do a new fucking TikTok every day.
Another thing that I like have been thinking of, like apart from like standing on business and shit like that, was like I don't want to be a fucking clown, bro, or like a whore or some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what, like my biggest thing this year was like, god damn, I see people like that I listen to, like even like weekly shows where I'm like, oh, this is interesting to talk about like music or like drama or some shit like that, or just kind of news cycle stuff. And then like there's times where I could hear them playing up something just to be like entertaining.
I can just fucking smell the ads, and I can smell when someone's being fake. And
That's what I'm saying, bro. And
Yeah.
it's just like, dude, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do that, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do that. If you see me like,
I obviously can't because
I feel the same way though, man. Like I feel the same way. I don't know if I'd like would want to put like I'd have to like legit do research on the product.
Yeah.
Because there's no way I'm selling like some bullshit. There's this like MMA thing that I listened to. They were selling this shit called I think it was called AG1.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck. It was like vitamins or something like that. Some like green
Athletic
shit.
greens. Yeah. It's like
Uh-huh.
a powder you put in water and.
But they were like pushing it hard, bro. Like, oh my god. One of the co-hosts like had his glass already. Like, oh man, I'm drinking this green juice, Luke. And then, like, it totally came out that it was complete bullshit. And now they still have him as a sponsor. But one of the co-hosts went on his solo channel and was just like, yeah, that's I don't know what the fuck. That's like scientifically proven this doesn't do anything. But like his boy was still drinking it. And like now whenever they do ads, they cut away from Homeboy and they just have one dude on the screen and he's doing the ad read. But he's just like, come on, what the fuck is going on? Like even on his solo channel, he's like, I don't know why the fuck he still drinks that. Like there's no benefit to this. But Homeboy's still pushing it. And I don't know.
Yep. I wouldn't want to be a whore either.
That's what I'm saying. That's kind of my biggest thing is like, I don't want to be a whore. Like I said, even like a clown, bro, where I'll see people where it's like, yeah, I feel like there's a difference between being like entertaining and being a fucking ass clown. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's a huge difference to me. I don't
I'm
know.
with you. I'm with you.
That's my biggest thing, man.
But you know, maybe that's why we're poor and they're.
Could be, yeah, it could be. But is that the exchange though? As we always talk about, Bradley, is that like the kind of like
Not worth it.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I'm making it. I don't care. You know? Like, could I be doing better? Yeah. For sure. But like, that's always true.
mm-hmm. I feel like that would always be true.
Mm-hmm. But like, you know, my shit's good. I feel good about it. I don't care beyond that, you know. Like,
That's kind of how I feel about it, yeah. Or at least with my photography and like
Yeah.
videos and stuff, I like
No, you're-
make sure
you're-
everything's good.
fucking photo shoots I've seen the last couple of weeks have been
Appreciate you,
really
man.
good pictures, man.
Thank you.
I was thinking about booking a photo shoot, and then I was like, I don't want to look at myself. Circling back to that.
You know, if I could like be transparent with you a little bit, I mentioned earlier about like having like a bit of body
Yeah,
dysmorphia
yeah.
and stuff. So I'm gonna book my friend Mariah. She's a photographer
Mhm.
to like take photos of myself because I feel like that'd be a good like
Yeah.
self-esteem kind of thing.
Yeah, that
I'm
might
gonna
actually
I'm gonna
really
take
be
like
good for you.
I'm gonna take like 2 months to like get in better shape and shit like that, and just kind of eat better. Not that I'm like overly like, but just kind of like
I understand.
and like yeah, man. I feel like that'd just be a good thing. It just popped in my head one day. I was like, man, I always wanted to photo myself. She's a professional. I feel like it'd be a good thing to do. She's like, I could use your camera if you want to edit the photos and shit like that.
I think that's great, and I think it's important to do it with a lady because I think, my opinion, I think ladies are more empathetic, and I think that's like that will really help you feel comfortable,
Mhm.
you know. And then I think that's a really good, like you said, it might be a really good thing to help you feel better. I totally identify with what you're saying though. Like I know that, like you probably don't think of me as overweight.
Nah, man, you're pretty thin.
Right. But I haven't worn a t-shirt in a year or more because I was getting a little pudge in the front.
Mm.
And this diet has just been, I just, snapped it off.
Interesting.
And so I wore a t-shirt for the first time yesterday
Really?
in over a year. Yeah. I've been wearing thin hoodies because it's hot here.
Mm-hmm.
And so it'll be like a really thin material, but I'll zip up the front and make sure no one can see my pudge. So I still
That's
appear
interesting.
thin, but like I see myself. I know what's going on.
That's interesting.
And I know I'm like a smaller guy. And for people who are bigger than me, they always kind of feel like, what do you have to, like what you struggle with your body doesn't, doesn't
Yeah,
mean
no.
anything because you're smaller than me, so how can you feel that way? But like I should be like 140 probably. I'm 150 and I was 160.
Mm.
So it wasn't like a number thing either. It was like when I take my shirt off, I'm noticing
A bit more.
yeah, for sure. And to me it wasn't a bit because I used to have like abs. And it just now there's a little thing there.
People like fucking throw me up because like in high school I was in wrestling, so I was super like thin. Like I was
Mhm.
like walking around like
Yeah.
170, 160 something.
Yeah.
Super light. And now I'm at like 235, 240. But like there were times where like I
I
would
thought
show
I thought that's like goal weight for me. You know, like if I got like really strong, I could be 170. You know.
I would show girls like old photos, like just girls that I'm dating, and they'd be like, "Oh, let me like, oh, this is when you're in high school and shit like that." And I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Man, you're so skinny." And I was like, "Yeah, I kind of got like heavier," but they wouldn't. They'd always be like, "I don't really." They didn't really like me the way I was back then, which was like in shape, thin. I'm like, "Really?" They're like, "Yeah, you look like more like healthier now." I'm like, "Fuck, for real?" And then I would look at the old photos. I'm like, "Whoa, I fuck, I was pretty skinny, bro." For like my height and shit to be like 160 or 170, it was pretty like pretty jarring, like how skinny I was.
Right.
But in my head, I'm like, I need to get back to that. But it's almost like I need to find like a common middle ground where it's like
Yeah.
I'm like in better shape and like you said, just
Yeah.
feeling better is
Feeling
like the
better,
biggest thing. Yeah.
and I think being in good shape will help you feel better. Like
Mhm.
I need to fucking. I literally got on the. What's the cycle called?
They're like the
Little
exercise
s-
bike.
Yeah,
Or,
I
yeah.
got on the exercise bike last night because I was like, "Fuck, I can't." You know, I just don't feel.
I've been running more, man, especially after work. After work, there's like a park that I go to like close to my job, and I'll just like spend like a good 15 minutes walking,
Is
and
it
then like
Mercer?
20 minutes. Nah, it's called Keith West.
Okay,
Yeah, it's really like it's on Alden Westfield, but it's really nice.
that's great, man. Yeah, I think I was running for a little bit. It was this year, not 2025 this year, but
Mhm.
like within this last year. And it was like probably a solid month where we'd go to the park every day. There's a park next to where we live, and we'd do a mile or whatever. And it felt so good. And I felt less anxious. I felt like, you know, less poisonous thoughts. And
Mhm.
I think that's super important to just, I think for me, I need to just get something out every day.
That's
And
kind of how I
then,
feel about it, man. Like I
yeah.
said, it helps me sleep, and also I've been doing that in paired with like fasting.
Yeah.
So I'll kind of like stop eating at like 9 p.m. and then at my job we have like a break at like 9,
Mm-hmm.
but that'd be like 12 hours. So I'm like, nah, I'll push it to like 12.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it'd be like a 16-hour fast.
Does that work for you? Do you notice a difference?
It does. You know what I noticed? So I noticed that like if I go, because sometimes I'll fuck off. Like on like the weekend, I'll probably like be like, yeah, if I'm out and about, like I might just eat like if we're out like after a bar or some shit. But like during the week, I noticed that like that initial day kind of sucks a little bit in terms of like I just have a headache where I'm like, fuck, I feel like I need to eat something. And then like Tuesday through Friday, I'm like, fine, no problem at all. Especially if I like do the workouts with it. Oh man, I feel really good.
Yeah.
I feel really, really good.
Well, that's awesome for you, man. I hope the photo shoot helps you feel better in the same way that you're talking about with
Mhm. I hope so, man. Yeah, she's really chill too. Shout out to Mariah. She's really, really good. Like when I reached out about it, I sent her like a paragraph, and I was like, if you don't feel comfortable, like totally like understandable, no problem.
I hate reaching out to people on Instagram. I try to make it as short as possible.
Dude, you know what people do now? They fucking do like I've been getting a lot of like voice memos,
Oh fuck, that's so
fucking-
personal. No,
and I almost feel like, do I have to respond with one? I don't want to.
no, don't do it. Don't do it. Just text back K.
Oh my god! After a long, that's what you fucking. Yeah. That's the move right there. Or a thumbs up, you just like the message. Fuck.
I do that a lot. I just don't. It's not, like I definitely feel like an asshole every time I do a thumbs up, but it's also like can't be asked typing out a message, and also I'm not sure what I would say back except okay. So then I'm just like, okay, I got your. This is like I got your message.
I don't mind it. I feel like it's more like direct. It's more like
Yeah.
okay, we're on the same page,
Yeah.
and boom.
And I usually actually do a heart,
Yeah.
which I feel like might be people think it's gay or something, but
I like some messages. Yeah, I always do that. Shout out to Danny. Danny does a like, but he fucking changes the emoji to like it's like it looks like a literal heart. It looks like the
oh, the organ.
yeah, it looks like the organ
Oh, shit.
emoji, which cool. It looks cool, but I'm just like, damn. I don't know if I did do that like every time.
Feels like too personal.
Almost, yeah. I remember the first time I did it, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Nah, Danny, you keep doing you.
Yeah, shout out to Danny. Danny's a cool guy, man.
Yeah.
He's funny as hell. Every time I'm with him, I usually like smoke him out, and he'll just be like out of it, bro. He's like, that weed, it's pretty fucking good, man. He's like pretty good. Like when we went to the wrestling show, bro. After it was so fucking cold outside, and we went to Dots. You ever ate at Dots?
Mm-mm.
It's like a cafe kind of thing. It was cool, but dude, it was freezing freezing. I had like a fucking sweatshirt on. I was like, man, it's fucking cold as fuck. But we were trying to smoke, but like the wind was just fucking it up. My friend Ulysses was just like, yo, just smoke in the car. I'm like, all right, cool. But man, it was a good time. I like hanging out with those guys.
Yeah, I like both of them. I haven't spent a lot of time with Ulysses. Danny, I know a little better, but I still feel like I don't know him that well.
He's in your area, no? He's like a spring guy, I think.
I thought he was in. I met him in spring.
Uh-huh.
We used to go to this open mic at. It's called Trilogy now. It's in Old Town Spring,
Mm-hmm.
and that was cool. Just playing my music to people who were excited to hear it. And then I met him there, and he was super nice. But I think he's in Cyprus now. I did his. This might be old info because I did his podcast. I think before I came here last time.
I think so.
And he was out in Cyprus back then,
Mm-hmm.
so almost Hockley.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. That he's like, it's like spring, but like on the other side of the fucking highway.
Yeah.
I consider you spring, like you, like Old Town Spring.
Right.
That's what I'm used to. Like
That's
I have,
spring,
yeah,
yeah.
that's spring to me. But like there was a party because he lives the kiddos, Kiko from the kiddos. He also had like a party at his place, and it was in spring, and I'm like, where the fuck is this at? This is like a whole like,
Yeah.
I'm in spring, but like a whole different, not even like part of the highway that I'm used to. I just made like a left instead of a right, and that threw me off. But yeah, I guess that would be more like Cypress, huh?
Yeah, he's down 290, so or was down 290, so that's like Cypress Hockley. But I feel like that's just spring.
Adjacent.
No, it's like it's the spring of like that part of Houston.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's
yeah.
like the same as spring, but down a different highway. You know, it's like equally as far out, but instead of going up 45, you go up 290.
Yeah,
so it's just
yeah.
like
Yeah, the first time I went out through, it totally threw me off. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what is this? And like I was just in like the neighborhoods and shit like that, which I never really have like done at all. It was cool though doing it in like Old Town Spring though, when I was looking for that record. Because I was like, what is this? I've never been over here. And like I remember like it went back to the conversation of Old Town Spring, and then like all the shops that they have over there, and then everyone seemed pretty chill, man. It was like a Sunday or Saturday, and everyone was like out and about.
It's a cool vibe in Old Town Spring. I try not to take Diana because we always leave with the Turkish lamp. There's a cool shop there.
Shit.
She likes those.
And I have to pay for parking either, bro. I fucking parked and I was good to go.
Yeah. It's pretty cool about that over there. Not like down here.
I had a boot on Tuesday. I went out to eat, man. And then as soon as I left the car, we were like walking around and my friend's just like, what the fuck? And I look and I'm like, oh, please don't tell me this is real. And then I had to call the fucking number. It was a 140 to get it off, bro. Jesus Christ. I was like, damn. And it's one thing where it's like, I have the money, but it's like, dude, a hit like that out of nowhere on a random Tuesday or Wednesday. I was like, what the fuck is going on? But, super annoying.
A boot, that's what's going on in your car.
I was like, dude, what? This is going on my ass, bro. Because if I could, after that 140, I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
I was like, we could still go out to drink, but like, Jesus Christ. And then it was raining and shit.
We could just get one drink.
I was low key in my head. I'm like, I get paid Thursday. Like, we could tell, like, you know,
yeah. I always be doing the math at the end of the month. Yeah.
I'm like, we just revisit.
I was saving a couple years ago. I was doing really good. And then I don't know what the fuck happened, but lately it's been like, well, actually, like, lately, like the last couple months has been better. But last year was like, fuck.
That's kind of how I felt. Yeah.
Fuck.
This year I'm doing all right. But like last year was kind of like, ooh, shit. It was kind of like to the wire where it's like, ooh.
And it was really like Diana even asked me, like, what's like, you were saving money, you had like, whatever amount in the bank, and now you can't even make it to the end of the month. What happened?
It's
and
tough.
I'm like, I don't know. I'm doing the same job. It's not like I have fewer students. Like, I don't feel like my expenses are high. If anything, I'm like buying less bullshit. So I don't know what happened, but it's cool. We're making it now.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm doing decent now. Doing way better than I was last year or even the year before.
Well,
During
good for
COVID
you.
was rough, man. I'm
Dude.
like, oh, fucking 2021. Oh my God.
I made $200 one month, like when COVID hit. Luckily, I was living with my parents, so I was able to make it. But yeah, that was my monthly income was fucking $250 or something. It was ridiculous, and I was like, I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do.
And this shit's scary, man.
Yeah, it was very scary.
Any closing thoughts, Bob, before we wrap things up?
No, man, I try not to have thoughts, but appreciate you having me on. It's been
For
good
sure.
catching up. I just wanted to come hang, honestly.
Hell yeah, man. It's always good to see you, man, honestly.
Yeah, dude. Appreciate
Well,
it.
till next time, Bradley.
Yeah, man.
It's going to do it for this week's episode of A Thinking Boy podcast. I've been your host, Cesar Perez, with...
Bradley.
Till next time. Peace. Hell yeah, dude.
Thanks, man.
2 hours, bro.